Welcome to the Soulful Valley podcast, the sanctuary for soul-led entrepreneurs, creatives, and changemakers ready to rise. I'm your host, Katie Carey, best-selling author, book collaboration mentor, publisher, and energy alchemist, here to help you tune into your truth, amplify your voice, and align with the frequency of miracles. Each week, we dive into soulful conversations, transformational journeys, and the energies that shape our lives and businesses. It's time to evolve on purpose, because the world needs your light, your words, your legacy. Let's begin. Are you ready to share your words with the world? Applications are now open for 3 brand new books in our best-selling Soulful Poems series, Soulful Poems 5, Nature and Nurture, Soulful Poems 6, Wisdom of the Soul, and Soulful Poems 7, Messages from Spirit. We're also inviting authors for our next transformational collaboration, Evolving on Purpose Volume 3, Angels, Spirit Guides, and the Frequency of Miracles. Whether your soul is calling you to write, to read, or to receive inspiration on screen, this is your time. Step into Soulful Valley and co-create with us today. Did you happen to watch Zero Limits on Amazon Prime yet? If you did, please let us know what you thought by reviewing the movie on IMDb and/or Amazon Prime.
You gotta love yourself with all your heart. If you don't already, it's time to start. 'Cause nothing's gonna work out until you do.
Welcome back to the Soulful Valley podcast. It's Katie here, inviting you into a moment of pause during a season that can feel anything but peaceful. If you're listening to this while running around with lists in your hands, tension in your shoulders, and a mind trying to remember everything for everyone, then this episode is especially for you. Take a deep breath with me, a long one. Let it soften you before the world tries to sweep you back into its December whirlwind. Every year around this time, many women start bending over backwards to make everything perfect. We stretch ourselves emotionally, physically, financially, and spiritually. We try to please everyone. We spend money we don't really want to spend, or money we don't even have, hoping it will make someone happy, appreciative, or more loving. We try to hold everything together so no one feels disappointed. And somewhere in the middle of that, we forget ourselves. And then resentment quietly creeps in. Not because we're ungrateful, but because we're exhausted. We've been conditioned to overgive, to keep smiling, and to push through, even when every cell in our body is begging for rest. So, let's speak the truth gently, without judgment. You do not have to overspend to be loved. You do not have to overextend to be appreciated. You do not have to sacrifice your peace just to keep the peace. And you certainly don't need to say yes to every request while ignoring the soft voice inside you whispering, no. Nothing you buy this season determines your value. Your worth was never up for negotiation. Take another slow breath. Inhale. Hold and exhale. Feel your shoulders drop a little. Feel your nervous system settling. If you can, place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Let your breath deepen. Imagine a warm golden light filling your chest each time you inhale. Feel yourself coming back home to your body, back into the present moment, where nothing is being asked of you except to breathe. Imagine what this month could look like if you didn't try to earn love through effort. If you didn't spend money to avoid judgment. If you didn't exhaust yourself to avoid someone else's disappointment. What if your soul wrote the script instead of your guilt or your conditioning? You would be amazed at how quickly resentment dissolves when you start honouring yourself again. You are not responsible for other adults' happiness. They can handle their own emotions. You are allowed to choose ease this season. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to make choices that support your well-being, even if others don't understand. And speaking of choices that changed everything, something magical happened yesterday. We launched a brand new book called My $1 Million Experiment 2. It's based on the experiment created by Joanna Hunter back in 2021. If you were here way back listening to the first season of this podcast, you might remember how excited I was when I interviewed Joanna and recorded an episode about joining that very experiment. What I didn't know then was just how much saying yes to that one small opportunity would change my entire life. I wrote a chapter in this new book about the shifts that happened after that decision, how joining the experiment transformed my money mindset, how it helped me become a woman who invested in herself and her business. That one yes eventually led me to join my first book collaboration, become an author, become a bestseller, and later follow the intuitive nudge to become a book publisher. My $1 Million Experiment 2 launched yesterday, and it is already sitting at number 2 in multiple categories across multiple countries. All of this from a simple, curious, hopeful yes. So here's your reminder. You are allowed to choose yourself this season. You are allowed to choose differently. You are allowed to create a holiday experience that nurtures you instead of draining you. You are allowed to give in ways that don't cost you your health or your peace. And if anyone has a problem with your boundaries, that's their work to do, not yours. Take one more slow breath with me. Inhale, hold, and exhale. Feel yourself returning to center. Feel the calm settling in your body. You deserve a season that includes you too. And if you'd like to experience the magic of the experiment that changed my life, you can find My $1 Million Experiment 2 on Amazon now. It's filled with stories of people who said yes and discovered that miracles tend to appear once we begin choosing ourselves. Until next time, be gentle with yourself, breathe often, and remember that your worth isn't measured by how much you do, but by who you already are.
So ask yourself, is this for me? Give yourself some boundaries. Learn to trust your intuition now.
Thank you for tuning in to the Soulful Valley podcast. If today's episode spoke to your soul, share it with someone who needs it, and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts to help others find our sacred space. Want to go deeper? Check out the show notes, where you can find links, all of our opportunities and communities. And step into your power as an author or poet in one of our next best-selling books. The next chapter of your soul-led journey starts now. Until next time, keep evolving on purpose.